Alright guys, Austin 4K is back at you people once again with another video. And we got something cool going on here tonight. I'm going to be doing a video called First Memories of Wrestling and What Got You Hooked into Wrestling, which is a tag video from MarkBoy316. And which is really cool because we haven't done a tag video in a while. This is something we used to do years ago in the YWC between all of us, and it's cool to see this again, you know. So big thank you and shout out to MarkBoy316 for this tag challenge video. And now it's time to get on with my response. I won't be tagging anybody because he said in the video that anybody who wants to can do it, so he pretty much tagged everybody. So yes, here's my response to First Memories of Wrestling and What Got Me Hooked into Wrestling. Okay, well, the first memories of wrestling, like the very first thing that I could think of, man, back in the day, is I went over to my uncle's house, right? Now, this was in the late 80s. And I remember my uncle saying, oh, man, we're you know, I think I was there for the weekend or something like that, or the week. And my uncle's like, man, we're going to order some pizza tonight, and we're going to kick back. And I had a couple other cousins out there as well. And he's like, we're going to watch some wrestling tonight. There's going to be a big, you know, match between Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan. And the match that I'm talking about, which is my first memory, is Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan, the main event, which happened on February 5th, 1988. I was 8 years old at the time, and I still to this day can remember that. When they put that on TV, man, it was just like, whoa, larger than life, you know, seeing these guys go at it and stuff. And then I remember at the end, you know, Andre the Giant received the pinfall victory despite Hogan's shoulders not being pinned down because there was a twin referee that screwed Hogan over. So, and I've always remembered that big time, you know, and it's crazy that that happened over 30 years ago. It's crazy, you know, but that's my first memory of wrestling, and I'd say that's a pretty good one to remember, you know. Big ass Andre the Giant taking on Hulk Hogan. I mean, what's more cool than that back in the 80s? You know, and as far as what got me hooked in is pretty much a couple different things, you know, in the 90s. I'd say the late 90s, where, like, you know, the wrestling video games, and my buddy Joe, who was a wrestling fanatic, who I have on my podcast, he knows everything about wrestling, especially from back in the day, you know, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. So he would come over, you know, every, like, Monday, because I had cable, and we would watch the Monday night, you know, wrestling. The Monday Night Wars between WCW and WWF was fantastic back in the day, and that's what pretty much got me hooked into it. You know, being alive during those times, man, it was just super cool. Those were really cool, epic, organic times when it comes to watching wrestling. Nowadays, it's really nothing compared to what it used to be. You know, it's like riding a big wave, and now that wave's over with, you know, pretty much. So, yeah, I mean, it was it's some really good stuff. And then also what helped get me hooked into it is watching documentaries on wrestling. I always loved documentaries, so, you know, there you have it. You know, so first memories is the main event with Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan, February 5th, 1988. I remember that as they aired it, you know. And then later on in the 90s with the video games and the Monday Night Wars and the, you know, all the WCW versus WWF shit was just cool, man. The Attitude Era, all of it. So, yeah. There you have it, guys. I guess I'll call it there. That is it for now. And hope you enjoy the video. I'm out of here and have a kick-ass day. Peace.